Well, hello, my friends, and happy Sunday to you. Today we are making some translucent layers with some new stencils and some fun papers that I made with the new stencils. I'll have a link up above in the right-hand corner to this video that I create on rice paper and brown paper bag and copy paper, and just go to town having fun. But I'm going to use a couple of those, I think 4 of those papers in today's project. And today is all about transparent light layers. Definitely need light layers in my life, and this is truly a representation of what I am needing right now. So I'm just putting I will put all of my papers down with Liquitex Fluid Matte Medium, and I will actually even I put a little bit of matte medium in my gesso because, again, I want light layers. Every layer that I put on, I want it to be translucent, and I want the next layer to show through. I'm putting gesso all over the rest of the page there just to kind of give it some foundation, to kind of push back some of those letters and get it ready for the layers to come. But even my gesso is super light today. I need lightness. I need softness. So I put out a little bit of Blick's matte. The color will be listed, but it's a cross between like green and teal. So beautiful. And I'm using my color shaper to just create some super light layers. Absolutely gorgeous. And I'm pushing and pulling the color. And I want to create some light areas and some darker areas for contrast to keep interest and things moving. I'm moving it across the page from one side to the other. Again, interest. I'm using Polychromos and Arteza pencils. They are awesome. They go over everything. I'm kind of in the colors that I'm using, and I'm holding them at the end of the pencil to get really light, sketchy, unpredictable lines. All of the papers that I'm using today are on tissue paper with the exception of the focal point. That is on brown paper bag. And again, these are all the new stencils that are in the shop and available to you now. Using some super light gesso to soften edges. I continue to soften the edges over and over and over throughout this piece because it's a true reflection of what I need. I need some edges to be softened in my own life right now, and to just kind of make things a little bit smoother. Now that this is dry, I'm going to be putting down some burnt sienna in acrylic ink, Liquitex acrylic ink. And burnt sienna seems to be a favorite right now. I'm not exactly sure why, but it is. And so I'm using the burnt sienna as an accent color. So I want there to be less of this color than the green. The green is the foundation, and then the burnt sienna is just to add some contrast and interest. And so I'll smooth that out and kind of try to keep that in a smaller section. And I did try to create some lights and some darks in my sienna. Here's another one of the wonderful papers that I created from the new stencils on rice paper. The link to the video and all the supplies will be down below. The link to the video that I did the fun experimenting and that kind of thing with the new stencils will be down below in the YouTube description box. I added a little bit of that burnt sienna to my gesso to just kind of add a little soft color on those outer edges. And now I'm just going to go back in and start softening some of those other edges. So here's one of those pages that I did on the brown paper bag that's from a new stencil, and I've got just a scrap of postcard. Postcards are always a signal of a message I need for myself, and I will put those down with my Liquitex fluid matte medium, but I really need to kind of see the piece and see how it's looking, so I want to pull up that tape. Some of that tape got stuck down pretty hard, so if you ever have that issue, just hit it with the heat tool and it typically will come up fairly easy. Just slow go and it'll come up. As soon as I get that tape off, it just makes me happy because I can see the vision, I can see the whole piece and how it looks. Cut some words from a children's book and they were graceful reflections. I've got a lot of reflections and a lot of art and a lot of lessons coming from the last 3 weeks. And I wanted to add a little bit of color to those papers that I just put down. I didn't want them to look like they were just stuck down or sticking out or not part of the piece. So I just grabbed a little bit and added that to it. Gonna finish this piece up with some scratchy lines, marks with my pencils, charcoal pencil, oil pastel, and that is it. So thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed today's project. If you did, subscribe and like. And all of the supplies and links will be down below in the YouTube description box, or the link to them. I'll also leave the link to the video that I did for the new stencils, and then I'll have a couple more videos coming with me playing with new stencils and the papers that I did, and just kind of creating and having fun. All right, my friends, thank you so much. I hope that you have a wonderful week, and please always, always know that you are loved.